CreepyCon. So CreepyCon is relatively new. I believe it started in 2001 and it's twice a year. It's usually in February and then they have their Aftermath edition in September. So CreepyCon is almost like, you know, like Monsterpalooza and stuff like that. Monster Mania, where you can meet all like your cool horror fans and actors and actresses, and it's fun. It's a good time and I love going to these things. I've never been to CreepyCon. I decided that I really wanted to go to this is when they announced Neve Campbell. Neve Campbell is one of my favorite final girls, if not my favorite. So I was determined to meet her. I was really excited and I always have bad luck with this. Like, every time they announce her, I miss it for some fucking reason. Neve Campbell was only there on Saturday, so I was like, okay, cool, so Saturday's the day to go. I knew it would be busy, but I did not know it would be this crazy, let me tell you. So I've been to Monsterpalooza, Sinister Creature Con, various other horror conventions. I was not ready for this. Let me tell you, this is at the Ontario Convention Center. This line went from the entrance, wrapped around like 3 or 4 different loops, went down the line, down the street, down the block, past the McDonald's. I'm like, oh my God, are they all here to see Neve too? So we finally get in. There's a long hallway when you walk in, and then to the left, you have the vendor hall, and then to the right, you got speed dating. Yeah, it's weird. They got speed dating up in this damn thing. Saturday was speed dating for at 3 o'clock, it was LGBTQ, and at 5 was hetero. It says it on here, it's not me, it's what they said. They also had a really cool hunt called Fear Farm. So I went through that and that was really exciting. I jumped, I screamed, it was a hot mess. Clowns were popping out from everywhere. It was insane. They're pulling out a real, I guess, Fear Farm event coming up, I think this coming year in October. Because when I walked by their booth, y'all, they had a little spinner. And I was like, what is this? I want to go see. I was being nosy. People were spinning and losing. They were walking away looking sad. So my fat ass went up there. She said, spin for a ticket, spin for a ticket. She just kept like a parrot. What is those little birds? I keep saying shit over and over. And I'm like, okay, I'll spin for a ticket. And I spun it. And bitch, guess what? I won. I won a fucking ticket to the Fear Farm, bitch. I don't even know if I'm gonna go because I think it's in Ontario. And after my experience here, I don't know if I want to be in that. When we got in, there was a long ass line to get into the autograph room. There were so many people. They oversold so many tickets that the autograph room was booked off. So basically, I was in the line to get to the line, the main line, to get into the fucking ballroom where the autographs were, where there was another line. So bitch, I was in the line before the main line anyways. Okay, this line was wrapped around one way. It was going through the vendor hallway. It got so long that it was a fucking health hazard or a fireproof hazard that they had to move it into the main hallway. It was insane. So bitch, I was in line, so I was like, this was really annoying. But before this, we did check out the art exhibit, which was really fun. Run into Rich. Shout out to Rich for showing us this. He probably thought I was gonna react more. Basically, I walked in, you had SoCal Leatherface on Instagram, and he was there with his little, asking if I wanted some barbecue, and I was like, I don't know how to answer this, but I said, I'm full. And we went to the next one, and there was Reagan on the bed. And I was like, okay, is this a mannequin? But then she started moving. So I got a little bit scared because she was creepy, and she did not get out of character. This bitch was creeping up on me. You had little nun statues, and then I got in trouble, y'all, let me tell you. So there was a ghost face statue and a Sydney statue, like a doll, like a little mannequin thing. And then you had this rope, and then you had the couch with the popcorn from Scream, and the little beer bottles. You know, Randy was laying on the couch. Bitch, you know I had to get me a picture. You can check Instagram, I had to get a photo. My ass climbed over that shit. I climbed over to get me a photograph, and then here come the security. You can't be over there. You can't be. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to get kicked out, and I just got here. So yeah, so I got my picture. He was nice enough to let me finish what I was doing, but this happens a lot. I've been getting to places don't know how to act. Walked the vendor room, met a couple people. Shout out to Underworld Subroxa. I picked up some movies from him. He's awesome. You guys better go check him out. He'll be at Monsterpalooza if you guys are in the area. Check out Severin. Anyways, yeah, I ran into a lot of people. Some Instagram followers. Shout out to 4K Media. The main person I gotta say thank you to, like, because none of this would happen. So basically, I'm in this line. There's hundreds of people that were in this line that were not gonna meet Neve. Let's just get that out the way. Because Neve Campbell was only there Saturday. The lines were capped, and people were complaining. The ADA people, like the disabled people, they could not get priority. Let's go back to priority because they weren't prioritizing people at this event, y'all. I mean, sorry, CreepyCon. They sold VIP tickets. So when I think VIP, I get prioritized, right? They didn't do that at this event. The only thing that I will say that's good for this is on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you get an hour early or some shit. That's cute. We don't get into that. I'm gonna come back. Let's bookmark this part. So you get in early, that's it, an hour early. But the rest of the event, they said, no, ma'am. So basically, I was thinking, you know, like I went to RuPaul's Drag Race Con, and I got VIP for that, and it was amazing. You get an hour early, and you're prioritized. So you get your spot on the pink carpet to see the ladies walk the pink carpet opening day. But also, if you're gonna go meet the star or the actor or the person at this event, there's a solid line. So there's 2 lines, GA for the cheap bitches, and then VIP for the people who got money. So bitch, I have to pretend like I got money because I got VIP tickets on sale. I got a coupon. Anyway, so you get in that line and they prioritize VIP. So you guys can go, like 2 or 3 people from VIP go, and then they cut to GA because you gotta be nice to them too. They get to go too, and you go back to VIP, you prioritize that shorter line. They didn't do that shit here at CreepyCon. They oversold and there was too many fucking people. People were getting mad, security guards were getting into fights with people. They had to close doors because people were fighting, girl. It was crazy. So anyways, people who are in wheelchairs, there were people with crutches, there were old ass Methusas in this place, bitch. So on Instagram, people were complaining like, oh, if I'm disabled or ADA people, why don't we get prioritized? You know, even if you get VIP, they should get prioritized. There should be a handicap line because they're too old to be sitting in line for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. CreepyCon answered this and they put in bold letters, well, if you read on our website, it specifically says that we do not cater to ADA, like we don't, like, not cater is the word, but they don't prioritize those people to go in the front. Matthew Lillard, shout out to him. When I was in line to go see him, there were 2 people who were in wheelchairs or had a handicap disability. He saw them as he came in with his coffee late, we don't get to it, and he pulled them aside and brought them to the front of the line and made sure that they got their ship. So shout out to you, Matthew Lillard, you're great. We're gonna get back to him. Let's get back to where we were. As I'm in line, I realized time was going by. Like, I don't think, because Neve had to do photo ops in between all this stuff, so she was gonna leave the main photo hall anyways. But I did learn that a lot of the talent that was in the autograph room, they didn't want it to be packed. So that's why they capped it off. But then there was so many people that there was like 3 different lines you had to go through to even get to the fucking autograph room. I feel bad for the people who weren't as busy. Like Tony Rivolo, I believe, from Scream 6, his line was always empty. You had Christina Lee, Bonnie Aarons was there. There's a lot of other people, Adrienne Barbeau. Their lines were pretty great, but they weren't as massive as the Scream cast. And there was people in line that didn't even want to see the Scream cast. They wanted to see these people, but they couldn't get in because everyone was there to see the Scream cast and you couldn't get it past the line. People were complaining about family members that were coming to see Christina Lee especially. They couldn't even get in. Friday was crazy. Saturday was a madness. They were in there running around, trying to get in line, like complaining about, oh no, I was here first. It was a mess. Shout out to Ash on Instagram. So Ashley Franklin, you're awesome. Thank you again. I want to say, this is his actually, by the way. I got to return this shit. So we gonna get into it. So basically, he reached out to me. He was upstairs. He got there early. He's smart. He was up there the whole time. He got everybody. He got Jessica Roth, who was from Happy Death Day. He got, I think, all the Scream cast. He waited in each line. He had VIP. He was there, I guess, Friday and Saturday. So he was there Saturday for sure. And he got a picture with Neve Campbell early in the morning. He sent me the pictures and I was jealous as hell. I was like, I came all this way for this and I'm not gonna get to see her. So I was really bummed about it. Bad luck has been on my side lately. He reached out and said, you know what? I have a photo op with her at $350. If you want it, it is yours. And I was like, oh my God. So yes, I'll take that. So I did take that offer and I I got out that line. I was like, bitch, let's go back to the vendor and go buy some Blu-rays, bitch. So I waited around, $350 came, I got into that line, walked upstairs, got my photo op, and it was great, you guys. But let me tell you, it was cold as hell upstairs. But when you get into that fucking room for the photo ops, it was hotter than the gates of hell. Ooh, like a jalapeno coochie, y'all. It was hot. I was there sweating before I get to go see Neve. And then I was sitting next to Mr. Greasy Lips. Let me tell you, this is a boy that's right beside me. Mr. Greasy Lips is what I'm gonna call him. Because his lips was just so greasy. It looked like he ate some greasy ass Popeye's chicken. His lip gloss was popping. He was just there talking about, oh, I didn't text this man back and all this stuff. And I was ear hustled. I was like, girl, he's talking about sucking dick. I see with them lip. Anyways, but then there was a man, the guy that was in the pink shirt that was in the front, telling everybody, no hugs, because y'all stank. Yeah, because Neve Campbell didn't want y'all, your stanky bodies on her. No hugs, no autographs, take a picture and go. He had to yell at everybody because people don't listen. But anyways, he was yelling at him, and then Mr. Greasy Lips kept saying, oh, you so fine. I want to sit on your face. I was like, oh my God, what is happening, CreepyCon? He's creepy in CreepyCon. So I guess it made sense. He's like, oh my God, girl, it's so hot. I was like, oh God. He said he wasn't making it. It was a mess. So I get to go see Neve Campbell and oh my God, my heart stopped. She's beautiful in person. She's so nice. She's like, hi. And her little Sydney Prescott voice. It was so good. And I was so stupid, bitch. All I said was, it's an honor. From the Scream 5 trailer.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Oh God, I was embarrassed, but it was so good. I was so happy to see her. I told her how much she meant to me in a sense of like the Scream movies and all that stuff. You know, Sidney Prescott, that's my girl, final girl, the baddest bitch of these movies. Met her, said hi, said it was an honor, told her how much she meant to me. She just smiled, waved, and all that good stuff. She said, oh, it was nice to meet you, and all this stuff. She's very sweet. It was very brief. And after that, I walked outside and got my picture. And the picture is on Instagram. It came out great, and I was happy. So I was on cloud 9, 10, 11, and 12 after that. And I was just, okay, well, my day is done. But I stayed around because I had to meet up with Ash, we had to get her trophy and all that good stuff. And he, thankfully, he was flying away the next day. He was so nice to gift this to me for the time being. I gotta give it back. I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna mail this back to you. But he gave me this so I can get in Sunday, and a little wristband, I threw it away. But anyway, so Sunday, this is where, rewind, we're going to Sunday. I go in line around 8 o'clock. They open the doors at 10 for VIP. So I'm outside in the cold, it's supposed to be rainy weather, crazy storms is coming in, people got their umbrellas and shit, people sitting on the floor. So there's a VIP line and general admission. General admission was in line at 8 too, which is smart, because bitch, you ain't gonna get up in there. But I will say Sunday wasn't as bad, but those lines was long. VIP, I was like number 15 in that VIP line, which it didn't matter, because once the doors open at 10 o'clock, you know, it's freezing cold, 10 o'clock happened, girl, and they was gone. Girl, once those doors open and they checked that we got this shit, you would have thought it was Thanksgiving. You know that Thanksgiving movie, the Black Friday opening scene when they was running over, bumping into shit? That's what happened. So it was a very Thanksgiving opening. Everybody ran to that room. Oh, me included, my fat ass was going. So I walked over there, we got in line. I'm thinking, VIP bitch, you know, get in line. And my goal, because I saw everybody say, I'm going to see Matthew Lillard, going to see Matthew Lillard. Because it's strategical, because Five Nights at Freddy's came out, bitch. So everybody want to go to his line, because he popping. So you get in there, he playing his music usually. So, all right, we get there, nobody's there. Where y'all at? It's 10 o'clock, y'all. Where y'all at? So, David Arquette, Virgo, he was on time. He was right there doing his signings. Lee Waddell, who was the the Ghostface, on time, because he had nothing better to do. Nobody was in his line, but he was there. I was like, okay, I could go get these guys because they're standing here, but my fear was, bitch, I'm not gonna be able to see Matthew Lillard if I don't go get in this line now. So I did, and that line was hella long. And then you had Billy, Skeet Ulrich, his line was cool. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna go bounce, 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 and go see everybody. So I started with Matthew Lillard. Bitch, he didn't come outside till 10:40. Bitch, I was in line again for another 40 minutes. So in my head, you pay for VIP, you expect to get VIP treatment. Matthew Lillard, what you doing? So I'm like, okay, and this is why I was irritated a little bit, because yeah, you're VIP, you're in this line, he don't come out to 10:40, 20 minutes, general admission's gonna run in here like Thanksgiving, Black Friday. So they're gonna run up in here and they're gonna get in line, and VIP can't cut that. You gotta be behind them. So this is so frustrating. Finally got the Matthew Lillard. Ooh. So this, mind you, this is $120 to meet this man. You gotta get, it's for the combo. It's 70 and 70 if you want the autograph or the picture. $120 out the door. So I went to go see him. Girl, I got video, I ain't watched it, because the girl who took my phone, she was recording our conversation. It was so cringe, because I was nervous. So I walked up, he was staring me up and down. I was like, Matthew Lillard, what you doing, Shaggy? Why are you doing this? So he was staring at me, he was like, come on, man. I can't talk like him. He was like, Giants, because I had my Giants hat on, because he's a Dodgers fan, and he was just going, and he kept looking at me, he was signing, and he went, I was like, what is wrong? How do I reverse this? Like, bitch, I don't even watch sports like that. So anyways, I was like, okay, well, what's coming up, Matthew Lillard? What you got coming up? He's talking about, he got some movie called The Life of Chuck. I don't give a fuck about that. But then he said, that's coming soon. I think it's coming soon. And then he got another, he said that he's gonna be in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the sequel. I thought he died in the first one. That was a good segue to talk about that, because he was the only thing I liked about Five Nights at Freddy's. Everything else was, ugh. Boring. That was that. So I got out that line, and here we go to throw away another $100. I got in line with Billy. So you had to go up to the front, pay. You gotta pay first and then get in line. I'm like, bitch, what if I don't wanna wait here all this time? So you get back in line, I got to meet Skeet Ulrich. Ooh, another one I just love. He aged well. Anyway, so I got in line, I've met him. He was super chill, but they were arguing. It was so funny. There was a lot of banter. Like Matthew Lillard, he plays like some music there, a little rock music, I don't know. And he'd be yelling obscene things across the way. He argues with Billy. He flipped off some of the people. He was telling people, why are you in this line? Like, spend your money elsewhere. Yeah, because he was late. Billy didn't come out, Skeet Ulrich didn't come out till 11 o'clock. So that's, so anyways, they come out late. So the VIP thing is irrelevant. That's where I was going out with that. But anyways, got in line to see Skeet, same shit. I didn't know what to say. I was sitting here like, I was okay, well, basically my favorite Ghostface. So I told him that, and I was like, I don't want to be generic like everybody else is saying this. Like, you just was taking a picture with this one bitch looking at her boobs. How can I compete with boobs for him? I can't. So I was just like, okay, let me think of something. So I asked him the same thing. What's coming up for you? You know, you got Riverdale, you had Scream 6. I don't know, 7 ain't happening. He said, oh well, he has some show coming out on AMC. I forgot the name. Oh, Parish. It's called Parish. So Parish is coming out next month on AMC. So stay tuned for that. He looked good for his age. He's 54. I love Billy. So I liked our picture we took, and that was great. After that, my goal was to go see Dewey, David Arquette, my Virgo brother. That line was extremely long because they cut it off. They had the line behind me, like it looks like a zigzag. And I was, oh, I can't do this. I gotta get back home. It's Sunday. But I looked over and I saw homeless Jamie Kennedy. Okay, basically what this movie's about, it opens up. Tell me what Jamie Kennedy, why he looked homeless. He was sitting over there, just sitting there with some little broad. She looked familiar for some reason. Maybe I've seen her on Instagram, I don't know. But he was there looking as homeless as could be with nobody in his line. And I was like, okay, do I go meet Jamie Kennedy? I just talked shit about him on his movie Don't Suck. Let's check the review on Blu-ray Tuesday. And I go up there, he's like, hey man, you know, he's a comedian. I talked with him a little bit, but it was so awkward because there's a guy in front of me. After the girl, he walked in the back, because behind, he came back, took a picture with the guy. It was very awkward. I was like, ooh, that little indie man looked like, Anyway, so he took a picture of that indie man, and then he walked in the back and excused himself from me. He probably saw a big ass black man. I was like, oh no, let me go back and, Anyway, so he came back and I was out there and I was like, hey, you know, I shook his hand. He signed my Blu-ray and he was like, oh, okay. And I asked him the same shit, what you got coming up? Because bitch, I know what to say, this homeless ass man. He was like, oh, well, you know, I have a new movie coming out called Don't Suck. I chuckled and I slipped up because I did see the movie already. And I forgot what the fuck I said about that vampire movie. He was like, oh. After this, he took my phone because he wanted to do his little famous selfie and it was ugly. I looked at that. I asked the girl, I said, girl, I looked at her, I said, hey, can you take the picture for us so I can get a better picture? Because that picture was awful because he wanted to do the selfie. Like, I get it though, I did the same thing to Ralphie. She took the picture and she kept locking the phone. I was like, this dumbass bimbo, why you hire her? And then he joked about it too. Then she said, I'm so sorry. Bitch, get it together. I ain't paying no more money for this man's time. Like, I can't. I'm already ready to go. Like, that movie Don't Suck sucked. And he looked homeless, you guys, in person. I like Randy, though. I connected the most with him in Scream, so. Yeah, but I don't know, he just looks so scary right now. It was a really fun event. If you guys want to go to this, y'all be ready to wait in long, long lines. This is a very unorganized event. After this all happened, they were posting like, oh, we capped off basically the whole Screamcast. Nobody can, like, you know, get in their lines anymore for the rest of the day. Because I tried to sneak on Saturday. I saw that line was short. I saw my fat ass, but she saw me because I'm big. She said, no, this little fat bitch. She was like, no, it's capped. I was like, bitch, okay, I'm sorry. I know you want to go home. Damn, you probably need to eat. Use some chicken or something. On their comments on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all this stuff, they got hella negative feedback. Lots and lots of people were so mad about this event and how they were handling things. CreepyCon started deleting one by one all these negative comments. And then they just turned the comments off. And every post after that, leading up to the end of the event, the comments were off. So they knew what they did was wrong. On a lighter note, there was some really fun things. Lionsgate. So Lionsgate is the sponsor for this event, by the way. And they were doing a cool little event where you can go to their booth, get posters, and you can take a photograph to be in the movies that are coming out. So we had Imaginary, and they had The Strangers Part 1, The Strangers Trilogy, the remake for this. That hits theaters May 17th. They had that, so I took my first picture because you only can do one, but bitch, I went back and got the second one, so I got them both. Anyway, so I went up there and I got Chauncey the bear, because Chauncey, they had the real life Chauncey, the screen used Chauncey inside the box. They were just so excited for this movie. Like, have you seen the trailer? I'm like, yes, bitch, I saw the trailer. They play it every time you go to the movies and they show the whole entire movie. Like, bitch, we already know the girl, she babysitting some girl that has an imaginary friend that's a doll, and then the doll make her do dumb shit and she get kidnapped like Poltergeist. Why you give all that information away in the trailer? They kept asking, and then they all said how great the movie was. And then one of the boys, oh God, I can't believe it. So when I went back for The Strangers, same thing, you just gotta act scared. The strangers in the window, they print a picture, there you go. That's Lionsgate. The boy that took the picture, he was like, oh, how are you liking the event? And I said, oh, it's great. I just got off of meeting Neve Campbell. I was so happy. And then he was like, who? Girl, I wanted to slap the shit out of this little boy. I was like, how you not know Neve Campbell? I said, oh, from Scream. I tried to simplify the shit. He says, oh, okay. I said, yeah, Sidney Prescott. And he was like, oh, I only seen the 4th one. I was like, okay, bitch. That's a good one though. I like Scream 4. Like, you know, that's one of my, probably my second favorite. Anyway, so he only seen Scream 4, so he don't know nothing about no damn Scream. How you gonna start in the middle of the fucking franchise? I don't know why you here. You in Lionsgate. That's why you wanna watch movies that get spoiled and night swim and shit. Shout out to Ash, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met any of these people. But I don't know if I'm gonna go to the next one. The next one is called CreepyCon Aftermath. They got a lot of work to do. Maybe they need to hire more people. Maybe they need to not be greedy and overbook these spots. I heard that it wasn't this bad last season. I don't know what happened this time. I don't know. VIP is where it's at, y'all, but not a CreepyCon. So maybe they'll get it together. Let me know if y'all have been to CreepyCon. What are your thoughts about the whole situation? Did you guys go? Were you guys there? I know a lot of people from Instagram, y'all were there. I saw a lot of people. Are you guys gonna go to the next one? And if you went to a previous one, how do they handle shit? Because I wanna know. All right, guys, that's it for this week's episode. Bye. Fuck, let's start over.
Pop culture is kind of
I know. I just read it and I was trying to remember what the hell I read, but I ain't gotta do that. I'm just doing what I gotta do.